You wouldn't know how much I went through to get the visa to the UK. From the outside, I had appeared cheerful, happy, as though I was predestined to get here. That I had simply applied and the rest was history. But it was a facade to encourage and reassure my family that had fought to give me the best out of the nothing that they had fought to get. I put on a happy mask to convince myself that I had made the right choice, that settling to go to a university to study a course that I didn't want, was not enough. I needed to study the course that I had chosen, the course that I had dreamed about, in the place I had dreamed of. I had applied to 5 universities in 6th form. I got rejected by each one with the same email. Thank you for your application, but it is undecided. UCAS is funny like that. It doesn't give you an explanation. It just says it's undecided. Like my future was undecided and I could do nothing to change that decision. But I was relentless. I was stubborn. I cried. I broke down and convinced my parents that it was worth everything we had. It was worth the nothing I had. Everywhere I went, I heard, "You should be grateful, Chanda. You're so lucky to study your dream subject, go to your dream school, to your dream country." Oh my gosh, Chanda, that's amazing. You'll be traveling so much. You get to eat so many different foods. You get to see different galleries. You get to do all of these great things. You have a beautiful career ahead of you. There was no thought about the NHS surcharge, the tuberculosis test that I thought would be simple. I had to travel back to Lusaka, and I was trapped in the city until I could get it. I couldn't do an interview. I couldn't fast track. I went every single day to the tuberculosis center asking, are my results in yet? And I would hear different answers of, it hasn't been processed yet. It's on the system, but we can't seem to see the results. You might have to do it again. I was tired and I was stressed. All of this was happening because of a dream. A dream I so foolishly dared to dream and think of and imagine that me, a child born in Kasama, Zambia, could dare to become a fine artist and study in the United Kingdom. And here I was, being told that the test had been lost, and I accepted. Yes, so now what? Do I take it again? Do I pay another charge? Who do I need to speak to in order to get it done? I was told that they had gone to a retreat, that they were team building, that no one was available at the center for me to talk to. I had to wait till next Monday, and then the other Monday, and then the other Monday. I spent almost 3 weeks trying to get a tuberculosis test. And I held strong and I held fast. All my coursemates had been talking about the exhibitions they went to. Oh, did you go to Southampton? Did you see the John Hansard? Did you go on the walk on the beach? We had a seaweed workshop. That was so great. All of those things I only got to know after I had spent a year at my school. And I thought back to the time I was alone in a hotel room that was too expensive. all because I was waiting for a tuberculosis test. I never told them how bad it was. I just smiled and laughed. Haha, I was in the pit. And all of this was all because I wanted to study art. I don't even remember when I finally got my tuberculosis tests. That's a lie, I actually do. I was so relieved and I was so happy that I finally got to the interview with the embassy. It was an inconspicuous place. No grand gates, no trumpets. Trumpets were blaring in my head. I was nervous, but no trumpets outside. The visa office was hot. The Lusaka weather was not doing me any favors. There was not really a long queue, but there were a couple of people nervously sitting patiently. A family, another schoolgirl like I was, a solitary man, all waiting to have their number called up and answer the questions, present their biometrics, look into the light, look into the camera, remove your glasses, take the picture, and you're gone. I didn't even think about what would happen if it was rejected. I was going to the UK to study. I would predestine my fate. I had stayed a whole month away from my family, waiting to apply for this Tier 4 visa. I didn't even know what it was before I signed up. I would get it. I was late, 4 months late to university. I had missed so many workshops. I didn't know a lot of the people who were there. But as soon as the plane landed and I was in the crowded Heathrow airport, rushing to the train station I did not search up, which was my mistake. I knew that even if I got lost, I would still find my way to the place I was going to study fine art in. Nothing mattered because I had survived from scribbling on my grandmother's walls to making, weird shaped eyes on the corner of my books and business studies and being told, if you don't shape up, you're not going to pass your exams. I was finally going to study art. I was finally going to attend those workshops, walk by the Bournemouth beach, which now I know is, it's okay. I was going to live the life that I had dreamed of, no matter how disillusioned I was. Weaving the absolutely bizarre life that I'm living now. I had arrived to the UK wearing one layer of a sweatshirt, flared open jeans, and soft sneakers, and a hat that got instantly blown by the wind, dragging 2 suitcases that I had definitely overpacked with nothing I needed because I ended up buying more things. The visa experience was traumatic, but it humbled me and forced me to face a lot of things that I can't even imagine refugees and asylum seekers have to face. If it was tough for me, someone who would be considered, I wouldn't even say privilege is overstated, someone who had gone to the right schools despite being in a lower middle class, working class family. How was it for other people who got rejected? How did they continue their dream? Now, I'm only happy to be able to express what I have with the art skills that I've learned and haven't learned, and I'm yet to learn. The visa experience is something I would never wish on my worst enemy. Well, maybe I would. I would like someone to suffer the pain of trying to get a tuberculosis test, only for the people at immigration in the British side to only glance at it and ask me instead about my sixth form and where I had it.
Keep on running into video.
The visa experience is definitely an experience.
Look at the princess as she climbs the stairs.
And I wouldn't wish it on anyone, especially me.